So, welcome back. Thank you for watching. We have a couple things to talk about. Number, but other than my nemesis who dislikes everything that I produce, and that's okay. I mean, everyone has their own opinions. Let's go back to AI, artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence. Um, in the introduction video, I did give you at least my takes on what the heck is going on with this. I have since put a lot of reading into the current state, and really more importantly, what's the future state of AI look like? And so, real quick, let's talk about the current state. Everything that we touch, like even I don't know, a Roomba vacuum cleaner uses AI. So what is AI doing? It is gathering data, it's gathering information, and it's making decisions that we've told it to do. And one of the biggest things with artificial intelligence is the fact that we've programmed them to be like us. And that's going to be an issue, as we'll talk about in a second. We program them to be like us in terms of our logic and the way that we view problems and the way that we collect information and use them to our advantage. And those are all good Homo sapien type of activities. But we're not dealing with Homo sapiens anymore. We're dealing with something that's way more advanced. Godot, as I made reference to last time, said in by 2030, something like that, the average computer is going to be like, I don't know, a not I don't know, I do remember, a billion times smarter than a human. I don't know what his definition of intelligence is, but even if you cut that in half, it's still 500 million. So we're going to be, I don't want to say in competition, but we're going to have to have some sort of regulation type of dealings with things that do a better job than us. And there are two pieces that I want to highlight. Godot himself, this is the book Scary Smart. It came out in September. I read it, and there are two things that are going to happen here very soon. Is one is that we're going to lose control. The AI is going to begin to create its own algorithms. It's going to adjust and evolve its own math and its own programming. We set the initial program, but we made it smart enough to make adjustments. And I'm okay with that, and I'm glad that's possible. Where I have problems is step two, is that we're not going to understand it. It's going to get to a level of knowledge that we won't be able to understand. Our human brains won't be able to comprehend what they're doing, and that's where it gets weird. That's where we lost control in step one, but we really start to lose control in step two. I'm not saying it's a terrifying future. I mean, they could be the nicest machine. They could be the nicest machines in the world. I don't know. But let me do say this. Um, I have an Alexa device. I listen to music every day on my Alexa device. Do yourself a favor, and when you ask her to play your favorite songs, um, yeah, say please. I do it. I just don't. I just basically don't want to be on the top of the list of victims when they start taking over. Let's go whiteboard. Got some AI stats. So, AI, artificial intelligence, the usage of it has grown at 130% annual growth rate, and it will continue to do that until it's predicted through 2025. 130% is a doubling in 30. I always get confused on whether it's 30% growth or 130 or twice. There's a stat that says that 80% of us deal with artificial intelligence every day. I feel like that's low. But we're all dealing with it. Whether we acknowledge it or not, that's different. Let's think about the commercial incentives on this. The capitalists, which I'm a capitalist for sure, will be utilizing AI more and more, and as that continues to grow, unemployment is going to rise, engagement is going to increase, efficiency is going to increase, costs are going to decrease, and we'll be working in a different world. Like what's his nuts out of New York, talking about giving money out to everybody every month for whatever. There's a term for it. I'm not good enough to know that. And then the fourth one here is, I say they have emotions. Here's where it gets weird. Is that programs are not going to be anti-competitive with each other. They're going to have dealings that are going to lead to emotional outcomes. And Godot says that the emotional capacity for AI is as great as humans. And now we got another issue. We got a real issue there. If we have a bitchy little AI program who has some sort of power or control, we need to figure that out real quick. Anyway, I'm way past my limit. We'll do a follow up if needed, because this is a fun topic, and I'm sure you have thoughts on it. Please produce those. If I can ever shut this video off, I will. But make a comment or something if you'd like.